Man, the views here are just ridiculous. It is so beautiful in this area. Check this out. Not long after arriving in Moab, I met with Brent Smith from Forgotten Waypoints and his dad Travis. Brent and I have become good friends over the past year after we met on my Cathedral Valley Expedition Utah trip. He and his family have explored some of the most remote places in Utah, and they had an extra permit for the White Rim Trail and offered to let me join them, which of course I jumped at the chance. Several more members of his family were set to join us that evening, so we had about half of a day to do some exploring, which we were all excited about. We're just taking a quick stop at the Potash Memorial for a few miners who died back in 2018. It's just right off of Potash Road, and just stopping here for a couple minutes, check it out before we jump back on the pavement for a little bit and head in to where it goes to the dirt. Brent's out here giving directions. He sounds very confident, so he's either going to lead them right to where they're supposed to be, or at least make them feel like they're going right where they're supposed to be.
So they were trying to get to Dead Horse, and he shows me the map and says, "God, we were right there, but I couldn't find how to connect to the road." And I said, "Well, Dead Horse was like 400 feet above you." It is just so pretty being in this canyon. I've driven it many times, Potash Road, over to the White Rim, and then up the Shafer Switchbacks. 12 miles to the camp from here. And man, every time I drive this, I just love it. So beautiful. Red Rock Country there's just nothing like it. Well, we have made our way up the Shafer Switchbacks. I never tire of driving that. It's so unique. You know, climbing like 1,000 feet in just that short little distance is really interesting. Right now, we're up on top at Island in the Sky, so we're actually going to be camping up here, but it's only like midday, and we want to not just be chilling in the heat, so we're going to go check out Gemini Bridges Road and a couple of other things, and then we're meeting more of the group in Moab tonight for some dinner. Then we'll make our way back up to Island in the Sky, camp, and make our way onto the White Rim Trail tomorrow. So it's going to be a really, really cool day. So far, really happy. It is hot, but I'm glad it's only like in the 80s. Tomorrow and the next day are going to be much hotter. We had a little bit of time and decided to stop by and do the hike underneath Gemini bridges, and man, it is really cool. It's a nice little winding trail, nothing big. I think it's about a half mile in. It is incredibly beautiful. Check this out. I could literally drive roads like this for the rest of my life and be happy. Like, are you kidding me? Just all these amazing rocks. They call this the Goody Bird. You can see that rock formation there. Kind of looks like a bird's beak pointing out. This is unreal. And this little road is just a nice, simple road right off of the 191 outside of Moab, and can be taken really in any vehicle. So it doesn't matter what you've got, get out here and check this out. Well, I just destroyed some delicious Mexican food in Moab for dinner. We were meeting with Brent's cousin this evening. So we went and grabbed some dinner, and now we're headed up to Island in the Sky, where we're going to camp tonight, and in the morning we'll make our way down the Shafer Switchbacks and onto the White Rim Trail. We have made our way to Dead Horse Point State Park. We're going to be meeting some of the crew who actually was able to get permits for tonight out on the White Rim Trail. So we're going to meet them at the top of Lathrop Canyon so that we can be going down it tomorrow. So this is a nice staging spot for us so that we can get out early, head down the Shafer Switchbacks and meet them. And man, this campground is actually really nice. They've got really nice toilets, nice area. If you were coming in with an RV or even tent camping and you wanted to be at a state park, this would be a really good option for you and give you access to a ton of the stuff to do around Moab. So going on behind me, Brent and his family, they're setting up their ARB annex room, which they're going to be using as their tent on this trip. Seems like it's actually a pretty good option for stuff like this. You can pull off pretty much anywhere. You zip in the sides around the awning, and it gives you a nice little, annex room that you can stand up in and that you can also have as a nice place to camp for the night. So let's check this thing out. Here's a look at the inside of Brent's annex. So we got 3 nice sleeping bag setups in there.
It's
Space
fine.
for gear. It's good size. Now that you've seen how Brent's gonna be sleeping, let's check out what I'm doing. So, normally I don't have the cooler inside with me. I normally pull it out and put it on the roof rack or somewhere else, but I'm usually using my smaller cooler. Lauren took that this past weekend, so I have the little bit bigger one. And it does look like there's enough space for me right here, so we're gonna try this. So my head will be up there, feet down here. If my legs start getting cramped, then maybe I'll go and set the cooler out on, you know, the little table that we've got over there. But I kind of wanted to try it like this, just because I haven't ever done that yet. Then I've just got my, you know, dry food bin and a couple things that I moved out to put up on top of the roof rack. This is my sleeping gear, my bag, just my backpack, excuse me, with my clothing. And then this is just a bin that I keep like utensils, plates, cooking things like that in it. So you can see here is how I've got the back of the Jeep set up. And I have a feeling I'm gonna be sleeping great tonight. I almost never get to sleep in here without any of the kids. So I'm looking forward to having it all to myself.